what is it like to pursue something and put your whole life into it, knowing that there's 50-50, even more, that it probably won't work out? Not saying that that's your destiny, but just before you even get started, right? You have to weigh some stuff. You have to consider a lot of things and weigh everything and be like, all right, all the chips are in, but no guarantees. What does that feel like? And how do you even, what do you tell yourself? What do you do, like, you know, in practice? Like, what are the things that you can do to kind of, to put it crudely, nut up?
I spent probably 4 months of my life before I, like, made ultimately a decision that, like, okay, I'm going to put a timeline to this and I'm going to quit my job at X date, or, like, at this point when I can demonstrate X, Y, and Z proof of life of this, like, business idea. Like, I probably spent a good 3 to 4 months early on. So before I even had a brand name, before I even really started diving deep into everything, I still chipped away at it, but, like, I spent a good 3 or 4 months during that time slowly chipping away and, like, asking myself that question. Like, if I really, like, what was the worst to happen? And I had to just play out every scenario from, like, financial, what could happen? You know, personal bankruptcy, to totally demolish my financial record, totally be homeless and, like, not eat, not have a warm place to sleep, not have friends or family who care about me, like, pure destitution, right?
Jeez.
I mean,
I know. Okay, yeah. You have to take yourself there. You have to
go there, because that's what people fear most, right? Is, like, the loss of security, the pure loss of security in all aspects. So, like, if you're stripping away your pure basic survival needs, which is, like, housing, food, and money, to whatever degree that looks like, but, like, housing, food, and money, to whatever degree that looks like, then, like, that's basically the worst thing that can happen to you. Now, I'm simplifying that, like, that's a big deal, but I'm blessed. Like, I'm blessed to know that I do have a family that does love me. So at minimum, sometimes with this one, but my mom though will always love me, and aunts and uncles, whatever, friends. I have close friends. I'm blessed to have close friends who believe in me, succeed or fail, and so I just took solace in that. And then once, it's never like a right time to feel okay with that and then go all in. But there was a point in time where I, like, made peace with that. I think that's the best way to describe it, is, like, you talk to yourself enough and you're like, all right.
You also have to be driven by like, there's no other choice, right? That energy driving behind it also. Do you know what I mean? Like, you could not do it.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean,
because arguably you had a pretty comfortable, for most, it would be, like, not comfortable, but, like, a challenging, fulfilling, if you saw it that way. Like, you were in a good place.
I mean, job-wise, I was fine. Like, I was on a way to certainly being, like, very reasonably comfortable. But, I was living and breathing the gym outside of work. I was living and breathing the gym, and not even just from, like, I want to see gains, but just, like, I liked being there. That was my community, and the community piece was really important because, like, I didn't have a social life otherwise, but that community did so much more for me because I'm an introvert by nature, actually, and that community did so much for me to learn a lot about myself. And I kept thinking to myself of, like, all the students that I had whose lives changed, not because of me necessarily, but, like...
But you participated in that. You helped.
I was given the opportunity to play a very small role in their journey, and that, being able to, like, witness that whenever they come to my classes or whatever, was just a really amazing thing to see. And I wanted other women to feel that. And, identifying the glove problem was certainly, like, a first start to that. But I mean, the truth is that, like, the glove is such a tiny, tiny facet of all of that. It's really what it unlocks. And that's what I see the business is like, yes, we make product, we make XYZ products, but what it actually does is it unlocks these people's ability to see what their potential is in a different capacity. But, I saw what it did for myself. And so I wish that for everyone, whether it's through my company, Society 9 or not. Like, that's not the point. The point is like, I want women especially to like have the feeling I did, because it's a really special feeling to feel not inhibited, I guess.